I don't think most Canadians understand what just happened recently, and I'm not exaggerating, because while everyone is distracted by price, regulators just redefined what XRP actually is. The SEC and the CFTC just moved 16 cryptocurrencies, including XRP, into the category of digital commodities. Not securities, commodities. And if you're holding XRP in Canada, this changes how institutions, banks, and even your portfolio could have evolved from here. So before you scroll, you need to understand this. On this channel, I break down XRP from a Canadian perspective, not just headlines, but what it actually means for you. So if you want to stay ahead while most people are still catching up, hit subscribe now. Because what just happened, most people don't understand it until it's already priced in. For years, crypto has been stuck on one question. Is it a security or not? Because if it's a security, heavy regulation, limited access, institutions stay cautious. But if it's a commodity, now we're talking about something completely different. And now the SEC and the CFTC have identified major assets, including XRP, as digital commodities. That's not speculation, that's classification. And in markets, clarity is what unlocks capital. Now let's bring this back to Canada, because this is where it gets overlooked. Canada tends to move with or shortly after the US when it comes to financial frameworks. But here's the advantage we already have. We already have crypto ETFs. We already have regulated access. So when something like XRP gets clearer classification globally, Canada is in a position to move fast. That means institutions here gain confidence, funds can justify exposure, and access expands quietly before most people notice. So while people think this is just US news, for Canadians, this is positioning time. I want you to actually see this differently, because this isn't just crypto anymore. Think about traditional commodities like gold, oil, natural gas, agriculture. Now add Bitcoin, Ethereum, XRP. Same category. Let that sink in. Because once something enters the commodity class, it's no longer fringe. It becomes part of the global financial system. This is huge. Now let's talk about XRP specifically, because this is where it gets even more important. XRP has been one of the most questioned assets in crypto. Years of uncertainty, legal battles, doubt. And now it's being recognized within the digital commodity framework. That does two major things. It removes uncertainty and it strengthens its long-term role. Because XRP isn't just another asset. It's built for cross-border payments, liquidity movement, financial infrastructure. So now you have real-world utility, regulatory clarity. That combination, that's what institutions look for. Here's what most retail investors miss. Institutions don't chase hype. They wait for clear rules, defined categories, and legal certainty. And what just happened gives them exactly that. So while most people are still asking, is crypto dead? Institutions are asking, how do we allocate to digital commodities? That's a completely different conversation. And when that shift happens, it doesn't announce itself loudly. It happens quietly, then all at once. Now let's stay realistic. Short term, you might not see a huge reaction. Markets take time to process this. But long term, this is the type of shift that attracts institutional capital, builds sustained demand, and changes perception permanently. And perception is what drives markets over time. So here's a reality most people are missing. The system just told you what XRP is. Not hype, not speculation. A commodity. Same category as gold, oil, and global resources. And most people, they're still watching price instead of positioning. So if this just clicked for you, comment. Locked in below. I want to see who actually understands what's happening early. And if you want XRP updates that actually break this down from a Canadian perspective, subscribe now. Because this shift is just getting started.